Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, we are very lucky to have been sponsored once again by Raid Shadow Legends today, and today we're basically just going to go over some misconceptions and kind of debunk them, because to be honest, I've been playing this game and giving it an actual chance, and I have genuinely been really enjoying it. I know there's a lot of like memes and things out there saying, oh, Raid is like pay to win, or it takes a lot of time, but I really don't think that's the case, and I wouldn't have accepted this sponsorship if I didn't think so. Now, the game is free to play. You can obviously pay for some in-game items. Up until yesterday, I haven't paid for literally anything in this game. I've been a free-to-play player, so everything you see has been achieved without spending any money. All I did was buy some energy yesterday, just literally so I could just keep pushing loads and loads of points in this tournament right now, and that is with logging in on 121 days as well, just to be fully transparent. So I've been playing this game quite a lot recently, and there has been quite a bit of progression since the last time I did a video on this, but now, as you can see, we've been playing this game quite a lot, enjoying it as well. Not just been playing it just for the sponsorship. I have been leveling up. There's a tournament on at the moment where I'm trying to level up my champions and get as many points as possible. Today we're just going to go through some of those misconceptions, but first off, we've got our characters here. So Rathalos, he is now my best character. He's got 47,000 power. He is my best attack champion. Now, he can do a hell of a lot of damage. We've equipped him here with some of the best gear you can. Basically, if you get them to plus 16, that's the highest they can get to. The only thing that isn't is this here, but we're going to wait until later to level that up. His skills here, we can upgrade them with some legendary books, but we're going to do that later on for the tournament so that we can get more points during that. And then we have masteries here, which give him like some buffs to his like HP, and then his attack, his critical damage, and things like that. You do need to pick and choose what gear you have, what masteries you pick, and some gear will be better for certain situations than others. This is kind of like my all-round gear because I use this character for pretty much everything, but there are some other characters such as Demetha here. She's classed as a support, so we've got some like deflection gear here. So there's 25% chance to deflect a debuff to an attacker. She's got some extra HP and defense, and her skills, they scale based on her max HP. So that's what this one here specifically. So that's why we want to give her as much HP as possible. So we've kind of had to think about that. Kale, he was my initial champion when he was my starter champion. He's still really powerful. He's fully maxed out with his skills here. You can see level 6, level 5, level 6, and he's still strong. He's not as strong as some of those other legendaries and epic champions that we have. So yeah, he's still up there, but he's now been overshadowed by these guys. So although Rathalos is my best attack champion, Duchess Lalitu is probably my best support champion. I've heard that she is probably one of the top 5, I think, in the game. We were really lucky to get her from a shard, and I didn't realize at the time just how good she was, but now looking back on it, like the whole game has changed since I've got her. She can revive your entire team, and then she can also heal them at the same time and then make them invisible. So she's the only one that attacked. So you just have to make her really strong, like defense wise, and then she can just keep reviving your team. So like pair her with this guy, he can do a lot of damage, and he doesn't really have to be worried about like dying because she can just revive him and keep reviving him. Not to say that it's completely invincible. We'll show you later on some matches, but yeah, this is basically my squad at the moment. We've got a lot of levels here which we're leveling up. They basically go from top down, from best to least powerful. But yeah, really enjoying the game. There is a lot more skill to it than people think. So I think the best thing to do now is just to take you into my favorite place in the game, which is the live arena. And this is in real time. You're matched up against a player, and you basically have to pick 5 champions to go against 5 of your opponent's champions. And you take it in turns to pick champions. You do 1, then 2, and then 2, basically so that you have the option to like counter pick what they choose. And then the next stage is to ban a champion. So I ban this monkey here because he's one of the strongest champions ever for arena, because he just has such a big speed boost. Basically, you take turns much less often. He bans my Duchess, which is also a speed champion, and also she can revive everyone. So he obviously, he's experienced, he knows that. This guy was much higher level than us. When I went into this, I thought, oh, this is going to be difficult, because I think he's level 70. We're only like level 56, and he's also got like 1,000, nearly 1,500 points, and we're 1,300. So that's like our skill rating. So anyway, we open up with our massive attack from our Rathalos there. That's his AoE. On the left-hand side, that's his Death Knight, and that can basically take damage from all the others. So if I attack another champion apart from that, he will take the damage. So I kind of had to focus on him. Fortunately, he doesn't have another revive champion, which means that we can take him out, and once we take him out, he then can't be revived because it can be a bit of a nightmare. This guy here, he debuffs all our champions and stops them from having any buffs, so we can't have any speed or healing, etc. So this guy certainly knows what he's doing, and obviously our most powerful champion is not in this, so we have to deal without our reviver, so we can't have anyone die basically, or if we do have someone die, we have to, you know, make sure we pick and choose which skills we want. So those orbs, by the way, that means that we can't take a debuff or a buff rather from him. So he's there, he's got like a plus sign, that means that he can heal himself, so makes it a bit of a nightmare. And there, so Kale gets taken out, poor guy. He is down, he's our, you know, one of our damage dealers, which means that, you know, when I saw him go down, I thought that is going to be it. Because normally, as soon as one of your characters goes down and you don't have a reviver, like, then it's really hard to come back from it. So we really had to pick and choose what we're going to do here. So fortunately, we have enough buffs here to be able to take a lot of damage from him. He's trying to strike us there. So that was quite a big hit from Rathalos. He's got a speed boost and a critical damage buff on him, which also comes up when you do that first big attack at the beginning. So that's another reason why I always open with that. Here we have got an AoE attack from our Geon monster there. That's the guy with the staff, which looks like a jetpack on his back, but I think it's like some sort of rune. He takes down one guy, and then we're trying to take down this other character here, this female elf, I think. She's like within a slither of health here, and I'm thinking, oh, that could literally be the difference between life and death there. She's got a strength buff. That those two like leaves there, that symbol, that means that she's got like more defense. Our support champion there on the left, she's low, but we managed to take down the Death Knight, which means that then these guys are not protected by him. And we've run out of turns, so we just shield everyone there. And this guy, he's taking quite a bit of time with his turn here, which means that he's obviously thinking about it. He's thinking, oh shit, there's nothing I can do. So even though he provokes our champions and puts a shield up on his final champion, he knows that it's pretty much over. And we finish off with a massive strike to the face, and that is it. So yeah, that's probably my favourite part of the game, because it takes the most skill, and you're actually with a live player, so it's really like intense and in the moment, and similar to other games that we've obviously played. What you're seeing here is a classic arena, which is very similar. However, it's not in real time, so it's basically all of a opponent's characters and their abilities, but it's a bot playing them and not themselves. But still fun, still skill-based, and probably my second favourite thing to do in the game. The game has progressed quite a lot over the years. You've got the classic campaign, you've got the dungeons, which are normally there, but then you've also got this Doom Tower as well, which is like a stage progression system where you basically go up from floor 1 up to floor 120, and you get a load of loot along the way, along with some bonus rooms as well, where you can get some shards for a specific character as well. In the Doom Tower, you have some of the most challenging and diverse bosses as well. Every 10 floors, you get a different boss. This one here you're seeing is like a mirror boss. It's called the Dark Fae, and basically it mirrors your entire team, so you have to make sure that you don't pick characters that are actually too strong, so that you don't actually end up giving yourself a hard time. You can join clans in this game as well. My one is called Boxer Fudge. I have just recently freed up some space in my clan, just with some inactive members. So you can join up here, and then you can take on some of the most powerful monsters in the game and get some of the best loot, including some stone skin armor, which enables you to have a massive defense buff at the start of the round. So how best to actually play the game? Well, you've got these quests down here, which you can complete. You've got daily ones, and then you've got monthly, and then you've got some advanced ones as well, as you can see here. So using 2 Demon Lord keys, those are your clan bosses, and then you've got faction wars as well, which is specific types of characters. So like the high elves, for example, you can only use them, or like the dark elves, or like the ogres, or whatever. And then you get extra rewards, so you can like fill up your energy again, so you can keep playing, or you can get some steel or some gems, stuff like that. But the best way is to do these missions here, so that you can then progress this down the bottom. So you get like a huge chunk of gems, and then a sacred shard, some legendary books. I'm currently working my way towards Arbiter, who is a really good champion. She's really good for speed, especially in the arena. So that's who I'm trying to get to, and you just progress along here, so doing whatever it tells you to do. So mix some like potions, or some harder ones like clearing like stage 14 of the Void Keep, for example. Guardian Ring here, this is just, you can level up your champions when you're away from your PC or your phone, and this is where you summon your shards. The Forge is where you can create armor. So for example, I can get some materials here. I think this is from Faction Wars, and then you can just craft it, and then you get like a weapon there so that you can attach to your character. And then Tavern, this is where you upgrade your heroes, as well as up-rank them. So for example, if you want to get a 4-star to a 5-star, you need 4 times 4-star champions to be able to do that. The Altar of Souls, so you can get souls to further increase your champion's power and give them extra skills. Market is basically to buy shards if you want them. Sometimes you get an ancient shard in here as well at times, and then you can buy specific characters. And one thing I didn't show actually, which is the highest level thing, which I've pretty much only just unlocked, which is the Cursed City. Now this, I believe, is the best way to get mythical shards, to get mythic champions, which are the best champions in the game. You basically start in the bottom left and you progress your way along here, and you basically have to get 3 keys to then unlock this main boss, and then you fight him, and then you get the best loot. It's quite difficult though, so I can't really get out of this green city at the moment. When you get into the yellow and the blue, then things get a lot more difficult. So yeah, if you just go here, I've got some. You have to have specific champions as well that fill the requirements. So this is like the ghostly city. I think I'm pretty much going to die here because I haven't got champions powerful enough. But you progress up here, 3 rounds, and then you finish at the top, and then you get your loot. It should also be noted that at the moment we've got loads of events going on. We've got the Blade Master event, the Summon Rush, and the Dungeon Divers event currently going on. And also there are 2 new characters from the Knights Revenant, which have just been released, which are Ancora, White Queen Ancora, who looks absolutely badass. She's a support legendary. And then also there is White King Narcissus, who is an HP legendary, who equally looks just as awesome as well. So in summary, I do actually believe that Raid is a bit different to how people perceive it. There have been, as I said before, there have been memes and stuff online. I have personally enjoyed it. I would recommend at least like giving it a go, and you might well enjoy it. I think there's been quite a few million people or so have downloaded it already, so you know, you'll certainly be joining quite an active player base, and there's lots of content creators out there who do specifically raids, so you can, you know, get involved in the community that way. But other than that, please do join my clan if you want to. It's called Box of Fudge. We need some good players to help on take on the clan boss, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please do click the link below if you want to join the game and start raiding and looting, and I'll see you in the next one.